Well, just a great job by our team hanging in there. It's been a long day. I think wake-up call was 6:30, somewhere in there, and we got out of the hotel. I think 7:30. Went to Hoover. Spent maybe too much time out there, from what I've been told. But first game got away from us, and then this ball game, it seems like we took charge early. Obviously, it was because Chad hit a solo homer in the first and a two-run homer in the third, and we were off and running. And then obviously hit another home run. Looks like in the fourth, a grand slam, and we felt like we were in really good shape there. And it gave us an opportunity to save some pitching and relax a little bit, but also get a guy like Matt Cronin in the game, who we do have confidence in because he has really good stuff. It gave us a chance to leave him in a little bit longer, and he came in and did a super job.
Questions for the players first. We'll start here.
Chad, why didn't you hit 4?
Chased 3 balls, I guess, and then swung at ball 4.
What was going through your head? I mean, when you came up for your third at bat, thinking, okay, I've already hit 2. I mean, what's going through your head in that time?
Yeah, that guy facing at Auburn, he flipped me all like 7 curveballs, so I was kind of sitting on a curveball and kind of hung on and just hit it pretty well.
The Auburn coach said you had a fastball, changeup, and a breaking ball for home runs today, but just what was it like to be able to have that kind of performance at the plate in an elimination game where your team really needed you?
It's great. I mean, puts great confidence in the team and kind of saved pitching with the 7-inning game, and I mean, they threw great today too.
What do you think changed for you between game 1 today and tonight? Like, what was said and what was this mentality going into this game after today's loss?
I don't know, we just came out in the second game just really wanting to jump on them early and stay on them. First game we got them early, but then kind of just put it in cruise control and didn't perform anymore. But today we kept scoring and scoring.
Go ahead.
Matt, obviously everyone wants to talk about Chad's home runs, but the pitchers, you guys threw a combined no-hitter. What was working for you guys today, and especially you?
For us in general, I think it was just, pitchers were going out there and competing and around the zone for the most part. I know we walked quite a few altogether. And for me, I would say it was my fastball. I think I threw like 5 curveballs.
Chad, I wonder if you got any fuel from the All-SEC teams. I know 2 good first basemen in front of you, but if that was any kind of fuel for you going into this tournament.
Yeah, they deserve it, of course, but not really play for that. But I guess put a little burn behind you and just want to come out and show that you're just as good as them too.
Have you ever hit 3 in a game before? And if so,
No.
2's the max?
Yeah, 2's the max.
Did you do it last year? When was the last time?
Did it at A&M.
Oh, that's right.
Both of you guys, but your home runs, your RBIs, and the no-hitter, that's 3 SEC records in one game. Letting that sink in a little bit, just how do you reflect on the performance you guys were able to put together today?
I think it's just the pitchers and the hitters kind of feed off each other. It makes it a lot more fun pitching out there when you got 12 runs behind you.
Yeah, I agree. We do our part and they go out and they do their part and just keep going at them and just don't let up.
Any more questions for the players? All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. You guys can sit down. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, questions now for the head coach. We'll start here in the back row, Coach. Yeah, hey, Dave, ever seen us display quite like what Chad did and the grand slam to maybe cap it all off?
It made it special because, it's been such a long day. And the way we lost the first game, we let a lead slip away. We left a lot of runners in scoring position. Should have scored 2 or 3 more runs. It was really disappointing. And then the bullpen, just didn't do what they've been doing. And, hindsight's 20/20. They we should have brought in another guy or two and tried something different, and for us to then have to go sit around for 4 hours, regroup, change uniforms, take a shower, eat, wait till the sixth inning shows up on TV. That's what I told them, go watch the game. Sixth inning, head to the bus. I mean, there wasn't, we didn't know what else to do, and come out and do what we did, just get after them a little bit. And obviously, it started with Chad with those 2 swings that gave us a 3-run lead, and like I said, but it also gave us an opportunity to save some pitching. But it was fun to watch from over there. Once the game was in hand, you almost become a fan a little bit, hoping that we can combo that no-hitter up and get out of here in 7 innings and get ready for tomorrow.
You're right. I was thinking after that first game last year, if that would have happened last year, it would have been difficult to bounce back, snowball effect. What's the difference between this team? I mean, mentally, just huge.
Well, this team's a lot, you don't want to get on last year's team too much, and we don't try to stay away from that as much as possible, but this team's very tough-minded, and, and probably a little bit of that is because of the way we finished last year, because it still stings, really, and you can think back of the way it went last year in May. I mean, like I said, I've said many a time, we couldn't get out of our own way. Anything that could go wrong went wrong, and when we needed to hit, we didn't get it, or we needed to pitch, we didn't make it, and we got left behind. We wanted to make sure that didn't happen this year, and guys came back in great shape last year. We waited about 7 days. Once school started, we started fall practice. We didn't mess around, and sent a pretty good message, and the guys just bought into everything we're doing. But they're just, they've learned that you got to move on. Baseball's a game of short memory. Learn from it, move on, and they did that and came out and played a good ball game. Now we got a chance to play again tomorrow, get another win, get to play the next day.
Right in the front.
Dave, I know it's the 3rd inning and you're up 3-0, but you bring in Cronin in there, and it almost seemed like you understood that, okay, this is the ball game right here. I mean,
Yep.
we've got to get shut down, and you're facing Todd and Robert at that point, and you don't know what could happen with 2 guys on.
Yeah, I mean, it was starting to have a little bit of the feel of the first game. It was, you could see it slipping away a little bit. I mean, Taccolini, his stuff is running all over the place. Everything's sinking and diving, but he's having a little trouble throwing strike 1. And I think I don't know if he faced 8 or 9 hitters. I think he threw strike 1 to one of them, and had a 1-2 count, ended up walking, another 1-2 count, walking him. Just had to make a change, and didn't want to bring Knight in, trying to save him for tomorrow, give him that day's rest. That's why we didn't start in the first game. And then you're going, do we have to bring him in? Then why didn't we just bring him in the first game and win that game? Or give ourselves a better chance. So it worked out. We're in the same situation for the most part. But yeah, the game was on the line right there. That's what we felt like.
Yeah, looking ahead to tomorrow, Coach, do you pitch Blaine? Do you want to pitch him
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah. You just want to get him 5 days rest instead of 4. And that get him pretty much back on track. And so if he would have come in today, we weren't going to throw him more than 3 innings. So maybe I should have thrown him in the first game, the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So I'm kicking myself for that. But the way it ended up, we're going to get him tomorrow, throwing that, pretty much the same game.
Cronin's pretty much been a specialist.
Yeah.
So he went 4 innings. What did you see from him, and is he a guy who you could stretch out like that?
Well, I can tell you this. We talk all the time about Matt, that next year we feel like he can be a conference starter for us. He has a really good breaking ball. He just hasn't figured out how to throw it in these games yet. We've seen it in a lot of scrimmages. We've seen it from time to time. That's one thing we really liked about him when we recruited him. It was a left-hander that had a breaking ball. And then the velocity's starting to come on. He's getting bigger and stronger, and he's got some deception there, I mean, the board's reading 88, 90 miles an hour, and they're swinging and missing at it. It's not like he's throwing 95. I've seen him up to 93. But he's got a quick arm. But yeah, we've used him a little bit here and there. But now what he's done is he's earned a little more time. Next year or next weekend in the regional, you'll see him probably pitching in some tight situations.
In the front, Coach.
Dave, at what point did you start thinking about the no-hitter or realize that that was an option?
Probably I knew he had it in the 4th, and then we got the big lead, and I'm thinking, hey, whatever. And then next thing you know, it's the 6th. And then we were kind of thinking, this would be kind of neat if we could get this. And, you know, just, we felt like, let's just bring Josh in, who's a senior. We know he's going to throw strikes, make him earn it. And we used him a little bit today, really brought him in to field that bunt because he's our best fielder and pitcher. And then Mangum still beats it out. So it was a great first game, as you can tell. So just let him come back again. And he did a super job. And, you know, got a strikeout or two, maybe one. And but he made him earn it. And that's what we wanted.
In the back.
You kind of made some changes to your lineups after that 3 spot.
Yeah.
Jax, you put in the 6, and he responds with 2 triples.
Yep.
Is that kind of where you see him, or do you kind
Yeah,
of
I mean,
continue?
you know, he could easily hit the 2-hole for us, but we know we have a pretty good run there with him hitting in the 9 holes, like having a second leadoff guy. He's led our team in batting average for the last month and a half, and I've been asked, when are you going to move him up? Well, I told him, a lot of people, I'll move him up next year. He'll hit the 2-hole or 1-hole or whatever, but yeah, I just kind of mixed it up. You know, I feel like Grant was a little bit tired. Now it's second game. He's, you know, not swinging the bat like he normally does. Let's move him down and, you know, just comboed it up with it. The lineup would be, you know, basically left, right, left, right, left, right all the way through with a switch hitter at the top. And, you know, we scored some runs, so it worked.